Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into the finale of Slay the Princess. It has been such a journey, and I appreciate you guys who've followed along all the way to here. I promise it's going to be worth it. We even get to meet arguably one of my favorite characters. I won't spoil too much. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the finale of Slay the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and
Right
at
back
the end
into
of
it.
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm trying to remember too. We left off. The princess was a lot nicer. I think she stabbed me.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, so this is the same too. I like this one. Should we try to be nice again? Let's try this one. And then I'm still thinking we'll be nice to the princess.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Yeah.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Come on, man.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Hero, me, smitten. Is the broken still here? Because if the four are foiling the assassination attempts, that would exclude the narrator.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Boom! Roasted.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm telling the truth, none of this really happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, but see, this is like the fourth time we've been through it.
You
so
were
that...
the one who did us in, villain.
Oh.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I bet I differ.
I like this guy. I mean, I don't like the idea of the, being smitten on the ethereal cosmic horror princess, but I like his accent.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your
Give me too
second
much credit.
question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
We got rid of that guy. We didn't like that guy. Get him out of here. The voice of the broken. He's out. We kicked him.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Okay, so we're getting a different take on some of the original quotes.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world
entirely?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after?
And this is where I was like, I don't know.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I'm starting to think you're wrong.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dude, you know what this game is doing? It's taking the choices and like the essence of the choices that I'm making and over exaggerating them so much and just trolling me like crazy. Like last time I was saying I was determined, and now I am the voice of the stubborn. This time I'd be nice. Now I'm smitten. I like the game. It's making me mad, though.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
We tried that, though, and you made me keep playing. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin. Should we just, let's be blunt about it. Because I liked, even though I still died, I liked the other ending better. It was sad, but happy. The other ones just felt like everyone lost.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Haha!
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Dude, what if she's just like super mean this time?
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Yeah.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I like these guys. This game feels a little bit more happy now. The hero, the smitten, I like it. The narrator's now the pessimist, but he's got the right amount of it. We're not doing that again. Turn around and leave. We did that last one time. Never again. In theory, fantastic idea. In practice, do not recommend. I wonder if we get any. I doubt we do. Let's see if we get any other dialogue options. I'm gonna try to narrate more as well. I feel like I didn't. I was going too fast and not saying what I choose. So let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? I don't think we ever asked that. She was even able to kill me last time because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? I like both of them. So let's go. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I don't know what the theme is to this game, but there's got to be like a term for it. The only reason she's able to... If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Very practical, logical, good question.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
It's a good question I don't have the answer to. I really want to know.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
I like this guy. I like the smitten. He's growing on me fast.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you? Let's press a little bit. See what happens.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Bro, it's obviously not that simple. I've been through this 4 times, and you guys were with me. We did the first one straight to the point. Well, I guess the second round. The first one, I kind of asked some questions, but the second round, boom, 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 boom. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Look where it got us. Here.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
So let's go with this one. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You're starting to sound like the princess. You're deflecting a bit there, guy.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
He's funny. I like him.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
It'd be weird if you guys heard that, if I gulped. That's all. That's all, folks.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
No, I almost clicked that on accident. I never want to go back to that place ever again. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
I know, she's just gonna lie and be deceptive.
She will lie,
yeah.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't believe a word she says.
Don't believe a word she says.
This guy's full of it.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
See? We're the three amigos. We're on the same side here.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
He reminds me of another character from a game. I'm trying to remember who it is.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
It was like a really funny side character. It may have been from The Witcher or something like that. But I found them really entertaining. Forget who it was.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
You guys know what we're doing.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know what we're doing. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Alright. Let's approach the mirror. We're going to do that every time. And we know what he says for this whole cabin is different. He's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the first time here. But let's... That mirror might tell us something. Please no jump scares. Please no jump scares. Please no jump scares.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I think the last time we did this, the mirror was gone when his hand was there. So let's wipe and see.
But it was there a second ago.
It's still there.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know.
I feel like...
We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I still see it. Okay. Okay, let's not take the blade, because I like the way that went last time. It had a more happier feel, even though this is all kind of dreadful. Let's just ask him for the fun of it. If he says the same thing, I'll skip through it.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't here, Smitten.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I know what I saw, guy.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Please be nice and not scary.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
I know they've been painting this one this way, but it doesn't seem that welcoming. It's a little creepy to me.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I will say, if this game makes her all like so nice, and then this like super dreadful moment happens where she did manipulate and it's a jump scare and she's scary, I'm gonna put a hole through my monitor and break my hand. I will lose it. I'm too at ease right now. And usually in horror games, I'm like very tense. I'm ready to react. I feel vulnerable.
You walk down the
Look at
stairs
her.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She's not a monster.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
The voice inflections are so good.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Look at her little face.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
That's funny.
And she called us a hero.
So I'm just going to say what I was catching. My little theory about her manipulating and then being a big bad monster. She is tugging on the heartstrings of both of my playthroughs, because I see the hero and the smitten. They're in my most recent playthrough styles. And she's appealing to both, which you guys are seeing on camera is absolutely having an effect on me. Oh, this game would be so good and so foul if that's the case.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Make it 3, boss.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes, been trying to tell you that.
That's right, villain. And you
Villain.
killed us. Well, she killed us.
See, everybody seems so happy right now. I don't want them to ruin that.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We don't know that. Because the way I see it, the first time we killed her... No, she killed me. I tried to kill her. And she morphed into this big baddie person, right? And then we killed that one. And she was reduced to something dull and not divine. And then we were nice to her, and nice to her again. She's nicer. So I almost think because she's been locked away in a basement and we're her only interactions, it teaches her how to interact with the world. I'm looking way too deep into this. I'm so sorry. Let's just get on with the game.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
This guy's gonna get me killed.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I did my job like 2 rounds ago, boss. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? What happened after I died? I have to ask you, did you end the world after you killed me back then? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Let's say that. Let's clear the air.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Debatable.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
It's a little too nice. A little suspect.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Dude, see, me and the hero are on the same page.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That's deep. It's like a whole other layer of the onion.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright. Let's ask her what happened after I died. Let's try to get some information.
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, that's a lot of help. You know, I was liking you until now. Come on, you're playing a little silly. Did the world end? Yes. Did you end the world? She might get mad, but let's see.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, that makes me mad. Very angry. Mad.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Not really. Honestly, the world sucks. People are plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world. No, I don't want the world to end. Yes.
Then I didn't end the world.
I hate the way she's answering. It's so like...
See?
I
She
don't
didn't
know.
confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Alright. Let's not dig into her having to cut off her hands again. Let's just click rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about?
I'm
Did you
sorry.
forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Why not?
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
He's an idealist.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
I like him.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
The boys are catching on.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
No. Hey. Smitten. Take it easy, man. Doesn't have to be like that.
You wouldn't.
Oh.
I would.
No. Why are you guys like this?
I'd listen to him if I were you. There's a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Look at
You
that.
approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
She looks so nice. Look at her little smile. Look at my little lizard hands.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
I am so skeptical right now. I'm so afraid something's gonna happen. I'm probably digging too deep, but if I say that, she's like, oh, let's destroy the world. Where this is basically saying the same thing without opening it up to that. So let's go with this. Well, this says explore. So let's see. Let's explore. Let's not miss out on anything.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I
good
want
job.
before.
That was the other option.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
I get nervous.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I'm getting chills because I think something's gonna happen. Click.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I was afraid of nothing. Just take it easy. Look how nice the princess is. Nothing's gonna happen. Let's not press it. I just want to leave. I want to get this over with. I'm done. I've had it.
That sounds perfect.
I'm sorry, the music changed and I nearly had a heart attack.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
But it's happy music. The narrator had it all wrong.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Same, man. Same. Do you think you can open it? I think we can if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. Is this... this is tough. Let's try that. Be like, teamwork. Show teamwork skills.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to so bad just out of curiosity. Just have that. You know, like, But no, we've made it so far.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That was funny.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yeah, this is great. No more scary. It's all good. Look how happy she is.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
What is that? What is that?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I knew it was getting too happy.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Her too?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But you don't get the chance. I'm in that. I'm getting chills. It's not that scary, but I'm just getting chills. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Oh, I'm getting chills, man. I hate this area. The sound effects.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
You're the hero. Let's do it, buddy. Let's jump to it. We got to be heroic. Let's let Smitten lead the way, though.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Oh.
Why now?
Oh, I really don't like this. I'm free. This game did this to me. It was super happy. I thought I was about to beat the game. And it just swoops in. And this sense of dread just... I don't know where she went. And I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at that mirror and approach the mirror. Let's say the narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished.
Oversimplified, Smitten.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
He's actually handling it very well. Me and the hero are a little freaked out here. Okay, let's say this.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
See? I told you a sense of dread. Me and the hero, we're on the same wavelength.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. If we just sit here and preen for a while, that can't hurt, right?
Oh, I'm gonna have a... Let me fix my headset before I throw something.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I don't want to, bro. I don't want to. But the show must go on. Ignore the hero. Can I scroll? I can't scroll. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. The moment of truth. We see who and what we really are. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. My boys are gone? I'm alone? I can't explain to you. The chills all over my body, this noise, the dark ominous. Okay, it's you. Why do I look like that? That is terrifying. And I have a feeling when I click, something's going to come out at me. Ooh. Oh, okay, I feel better. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet in here. Do you see that? Dude, I was just figuring this game out. Oh, Let's go to the cabin. We're familiar with the cabin. Let's go there. You are at the cabin. Is that the princess? Let's approach her. The music's changing. You recognize the presence. Inhabiting, stupid. Inhability the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the space between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Guys, we have a lot of options here. Attack the entity, destroy your body. Oh, let's try to get some context, because the wheels are turning right now. Let's start with the familiarities. You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Well, at least they're sincere, whatever they are. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't think I'm figuring that one out. Yeah.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Yeah.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Listen, whatever you're putting down, I'm not picking up. The gift of a fragile vessel is the world. Yeah, what's the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Yeah, but you don't have the right to do that because the princess was conscious.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yeah, but you can't do that to her.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
It's almost like I heard what I said. Let's ask if this is the end.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
You know what I mean. Stop playing games.
I'm
Let her out of
sorry.
there.
There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Oh, there's so much I don't understand.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
That's not what it's about. That's a good one. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Then why are we talking? This is making me a little upset.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What is this a metaphor for? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Yes. Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here. and I too yearn to be free.
Oh. Guys, I really like understanding things, and it's like a pet peeve of mine. So I'm going through it right now. Please be patient for me, and I'm probably super annoying. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yes, that's why we have a start and a finish. We can clarify between the differences, and then they're two different terms or two different meanings. It absolutely does. So just to preface, my thinking with this one, if I attack, it's gonna wreck me, okay? But what it can't do, or maybe because I have a feeling for some reason I'm important. Remember they're talking about like, oh, prophecy. It could be all BS, but if we destroy the body, our body, maybe everything resets. Maybe we're helping link this thing to the plane that we're on. So if we sever it, we get a restart. I don't know. But I want to ask what happens now.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I'm not thinking that big.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
We can't. Oh. Let's test this. Let's see. Let's push the limit.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I'm sorry. I asked, finding out about a way to kill it. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And well, I'm still not full. I have an idea, but I'm still not fully grasping. I feel like it's so complicated, but I'll get to it in a second. Hold on. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Long story short, I don't know what you want to call it, a program, the matrix, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. But this thing is tapped into the princess, and then your time loop, every time you interact with her, it gives her new perceptions and feelings and thought patterns and whatnot. And now somehow, because we reached the end of the loop in the correct way, it shuts that simulation down, and now we're able to converse with her, the manipulator, we could call it. And it's a really interesting concept. I love it. It's hurting my head, but I love it. How much will I forget? Let's go basic.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, how many, what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
Okay.
Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
Checkmate. She got me. I don't want that. Checkmate. How many more times are you gonna put me through this torture? That's not what it says. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay, this is what I wanted to ask. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Ah! Ah! Thank you for that dialogue option. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I hate this character so much. Alright, guys. Okay, so I'll tell you. I feel like if I hit I'm not going back and wait, that's the end of the game. I'm stuck in this void. I feel like if I say okay, make me forget, I'm sent back to the beginning of the game and looping everything again. And in my personal opinion, I felt like I got to the ending a little bit too fast. I could be completely talking out of my behind. I could have this all wrong. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back through, stabbing the princess and doing all that stuff. Although there was plenty of options and different ways to do it, and I think it would have been more fun if I did that more. See what kind of horrors we could see. But let's risk it and say we're not going back. We cracked the code. We had the princess happy. She wasn't going to end the world. We got here. Let's die on that hill because we're stubborn, apparently, not determined.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Just gotta come back for everything. Who's more stubborn? Forever's eternity. I think my theory's right. I'm gonna go with this.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
My game either crashed or we just beat it. I may have broke the game. Okay, guys, I'm so mad that I missed that and stopped recording. It completely closed and I went on its own. I didn't do anything. I went back to Steam. No menu, no nothing. And this is what I'm greeted with. You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I have never left your side. I haven't moved forward with the dialogue or anything. I need a sip of water. This is... I love how clever that was. Let's see. Okay. Let's see.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That was so dark. Everything goes dark and you die. I think I beat the game.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a...
Guys, thank you so much for watching. What an awesome game. And obviously I played it a certain style. If you were finding yourself watching and you're like, no, you're an idiot, you should have done this, go buy this game. It's only like 15-16 bucks on Steam right now. It is a thrill, and I'll probably look around a bit. I feel like I missed out on a lot of content, unfortunately. I just had those big brain plays, got it done quick, you know. But it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. It's so much fun, and I don't know if the audio carries much as through, but the atmosphere totally zones you in. The dialogue options, I love how in depth that they are, and you guys probably saw in the video multiple times before I'd go into the next step, I would say something, and then one of the heroes would, or the voices would back me up with the the same quote, the same thinking I had. It really matches your playthrough style, and it's an experience. It's a lot of fun. For 16 bucks, totally worth it. But thanks again, guys. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the channel, and we'll see if we can get some more content up for you. Thanks. Bye.